Starting off with our football squad, number 5, Eli Carpenter, and his parents, Aaron and Carol. Number 7, Drew Cady, parents Jason and Kim Cady. Number 8, Jacob Childress, parents Derek and Nicole Brown. Number 9, Jake Champagne, his parents John and Stephanie Champagne, with siblings Maya and Luke. Number 11, Owen Pavlock, parents Craig and Kim Pavlock, with sister Lydia.
Not on the stream, I mean on the mixed board through the...
Number 12, Liam O'Neill, with parents Kevin and Danielle, siblings Chloe and Macy. Number 22, Noah Pratt, with his parents Jeff and Heidi Pratt. Number 24, Andrew Barrett, with parents Ryan and Sarah Barrett. Number 25, Dean Rice, with his parents Brian and Leanne Rice. Number 28, Jonathan Corcoran, with parents Tom and Jennifer. Number 40, Hunter Gainey, with parents Mike and Ashley Gainey. Number 42, Luke Johnson, with parents Derek and Christina. Number 44, Reed Swiskowski, escorted by Mark and Christine Swiskowski. Number 53, Tyrone Milch, escorted by mom Mandy Jarrett and siblings Emerson and Jeremiah. Number 55, Ethan Roberts, with parents Ryan and Shanna Stisman. Number 56, Nemo Phillips, with Mom Gina and aunts Elijah and Elizabeth. Number 60, Brendan Cass, with parents Bill and Maria Cass. Number 65, Jackson Show, with Ryan and Kelly Show. Number 74, Luke Kusick, with parents Tom and Colleen Kusick. Number 76, Nolan Cumby, with parents Steve Cumby, Charity Long, and siblings Lexi, Xander, Ashton, and Grandma Kim Long. And number 77, Liam Carr, with parents Julie, Colleen Carr, and Aunt Paula. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our senior Wildcat football team. Now, we are proud to announce our cheer team seniors. Layla Carlton, with Todd and Andrea Carlton and McKinney. Hannah Cooper, with Ryan and Misty Cooper. Evelyn Delata, with Scott and Emily Delata, and Grandma Fran. Jacqueline Jahoski, with Jeremy and Jenny, and Jocelyn Jahoski. Brooklyn Howell, with Jeff and Brenda Howell and Grady Howell. Mary Massey, with Chris and Barb Massey, with Grandma Bobby Perry. Haley Teal with Sean and Ronnie Teal and Mom Crystal Denoyer. Brianna Welch with John and Bethany Welch. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our senior cheer squad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our senior dance team. Elise Avey with parents Matt and Colleen. Ireland Dewey with parents Chris and Jennifer. Sarah Gibbons with parents Jim and Melissa. Sky Jollis with Ron and Mandy Jollis. Faith Rhea with parents Matt and Joy. Logan Shaver with parents Jeremy and Aaron Shaver. Anna Sove and Maya Sove with parents Brandon and Myrner. With Sarah Cole. And Gabby Werner with parents Dennis and Aaron Werner with sister Lucy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our senior dancer.
evening, everybody, and welcome into beautiful Oxford inside Wildcat Stadium. Dave Saseski alongside my partner Travis Wilson here tonight. Listen, it's the final game of the season for the Wildcats. For some of these seniors, it's their final game they'll ever be at home. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Sunday we're going to get some news about the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to think that there's some pretty good chance we might see a playoff game here. Be really cool to see a home game at Oxford Wildcat Stadium. It's been a minute since we've seen that. Would be amazing for this town, amazing for this team, just to kind of see the progress that they've made over the last couple of games and continue to strive for just excellence.
Of course. And listen, they're going to have to be excellent tonight.
Very.
Obviously, as the season has gone on, this team has gotten better. The Wildcats have gotten better. But
For sure.
as I was saying in the pregame earlier, a lot of teams have gotten better. And Dakota is one of those teams, Travis. They got a lot of talented players on that side of the ball.
Very much so. They took a tough loss to Ike, and I think that was kind of definitely a shell shock for them. They thought they were come in there and probably roll over Ike. Looking at the schedule, seems like it should have been in their favor. And on paper, you would think that Dakota was come in and probably just take a huge W out of that game, but did not. Completely opposite. Going into halftime down 14-0. Huge upset alert, if you will, right off the bat, right? Plenty of players with all kinds of scholarship opportunities and offers for college. Gonna be a sweet game. Looking forward to it.
And also, Travis, let's look at, on Oxford's side of things. Listen, this is a team that's been playing great lights-out football on both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively. They got Johnson. They got Hendricks there. Champagne has stepped up. A lot of guys have stepped up during this run. This has been the best season, one of the best seasons for Coach Zach Line, obviously.
Yes.
And how about last week, putting 42 points up at halftime? It was a special moment.
Very.
It was good to see this team come out and play the way they did. They're going to need that same type of football today if they're going to get the win. But we'll see what happens. We'll take a break here. We'll get down to the field. The band's about to come out here soon. We're about to get kickoff going in about roughly 10 minutes or so. We'll have to look at the clock here. Obviously, time is flying by. We're ready. It's football under the lights here.
Friday
it's
Night
Dakota.
Lights,
It's Oxford. For OCTV, Dave Saseski, Travis Wilson. We will be right back after this break.
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
Good evening, and welcome to Senior Night at Wildcat Stadium. We are on the campus of Oxford High School for tonight's varsity football game between the visiting Cougars of Macomb, Dakota, and your Oxford Wildcats. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's welcome the Oxford Wildcat Marching Band.
Let's hear it again for your 2024 Oxford Wildcat Marching Band. The Wildcat Band is under the leadership of Olivia Graham and seniors Cole Dedeker, Aiden Adam, and Sarah if you guys realize what you have in this room, but I do. I've been there. I know what it looks like. It starts with your work ethic. It starts with you believing in each other, caring about each other. We look around and you don't let each other down. Everybody picks it up just a little bit more. It always comes down to who's more physical. That's what it's about. It's what it's always been about. And we got to be at our very best today. We have the talent here. There's no excuses. We are ready. This is going to be so special. It is going to be special. And you can mark it down. You know, I never said anything that I don't believe to be the truth. And I'm telling you right now, we are going to be special. We are ready to be champions. That's what this day is going to be about.
At this time, we'd like to ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Travis, we're here. This is an exciting night here.
Yes.
Obviously, for some of these seniors, this is possibly the last time they'll ever play
Yep.
on this turf.
Yep. Maybe they'll be up here with us one day, but for playing
Ladies and
time,
gentlemen,
it is potentially the last time they ever see the football field, and it's tough, man. It's to come to that reality at some point, whether that is right now or that's post game, whatever it may be. I look forward to the tradition that we do every year too of the seniors being able to walk across the field one more time at the end of the game is just incredible. Now, Dave, maybe we have a playoff game next week here.
I mean, I'm hoping for that,
Yeah.
right? I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Either way, I hope that we're calling the game. I hope that we're calling the game. We'll let everybody know as soon as we get that information.
Yeah.
I also like how you slid in here like Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah, it was
not as smooth, but it felt like Chris Collinsworth.
No, yeah, definitely not. Same with not the as distinct voice either. But yeah, someday it'll be distinct.
Well, we're going to get ready for kickoff here. We're going to head down to the field. Oxford taking on Dakota. It's going to be a heck of a matchup. Here comes kickoff.
Austin Aronowski to kick.
So Oxford is going to receive the ball first here. As we mentioned, Dakota, a tough ball club, 7-1 here. They've been on an absolute tear. This ball is going to go out of the end zone for the touchback. So Hendricks and company going to take over. Luke Johnson, we've said his name how many times? He's one of the seniors for them. That's just a special guy wearing number 42, and it is not on accident.
No, it is not. The kid is just an incredible player, person, a phenomenal character on and off the field. As a coach, you hope for somebody like that every single year, and he's been with us going on, I think it's his third year. Can't wait to see what we do tonight. Gonna be just awesome.
Well, Hendricks is under center here. Johnson in the backfield. Receiver in motion.
A
The
fumble.
ball's on the ground. Not the way you want to start this off, and look at that. First play of this ball game, Dakota's jumped on top of it. I mean, we've said it all year long. How many breaks have went Oxford's way right there? That one going the other side.
Yeah, going the other way, and a couple keys to tonight's game. Managing the ball, game time, time clock, limiting turnovers against a very good team. These guys are coming in with a 7-1 record, only lost to Ike.
Who's a good ball club.
Great
You know
ball
that,
club.
right?
Yeah, no slouch of a ball club by any means. Dakota's coming into the house thinking this is our game to take.
Well, there's some definitely talented players. We'll obviously get into that tonight. Brady Hamby, one of their seniors at tailback, number 8, is going to be a big-time player in this game. And then at under center, Jaden Ford, the 6'3" senior quarterback. Receiver in motion. They go to the tailback there over on the right side. Actually, quarterback held onto it and brought down by Reed Suskowski. Nice play. So, hey, maybe that first play didn't go their way, but that's a nice play by the defense getting that sack.
Talk about coming back and just saying, hey, you know what? Yes, turnover early, but something we can do too, go get a sack right after that. Phenomenal.
And listen, this is a dangerous, dangerous Dakota team. We had talked about it prior to kickoff here. A lot of guys going down the college level. A couple players, as we said, Travis playing for Michigan State. We'll get you those names soon. But these Cougars, they got a lot of players. This is a lot different than last week, right? Now,
very different.
About 5 guys on the sideline, a ton on this ball club. So that sets up 2nd and 16 from the 21. No score, and that'll be a timeout. So we will stop play there. But, hey, we want to thank one of our sponsors, our sponsor all season long, Barron Industries, celebrating over 100 years in business here in Oxford. Barron Industries, we appreciate everything that they do. Appreciate them being a sponsor on this broadcast with OCTV. So a timeout here.
Our girls swim and dive team.
And when we come back, it'll be a 2nd down and 16. Travis, we had mentioned a couple guys here playing for Michigan State. You got Brady Hamby, who we talked about. We just found out he's going to Ferris State, so that's another big-time commit for this ball club.
Yeah, 9 of the 11 offensive starters have some sort of college offer. Pretty wild.
That's pretty good. I'm not a mathematician, but that's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Jaden Ford in the shotgun. 2 receivers at the top. Ford hands it off to a man in motion on the left side, got some room, gets by the first initial man, makes his way all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's Damari Malone, one of those big-time seniors committing to Michigan State. Talk about Johnny on the spot making a big play. You can see why he's going to be playing at that next level.
All 215 pounds led him right to the end zone, and he did not stop. Defensively, something that the Wildcats are going to have to do is keep the big plays down. make this team drive, make this team, utilize all of their assets out there as opposed to just relying on one. We're going to see number 10 get called a lot. We're going to see number 8 get called a lot.
And you can't shoot yourself in the foot. Obviously, turnovers like that as the extra point is up and it's good. So just like that, 10:47 in the first quarter, and Oxford down 7-0. Listen, Dakota is a heck of a ball club, but listen, so is Oxford. The Wildcats have been on a tear. Obviously, last week, an offensive juggernaut for the Cats. Even got some of those backups and third-string players into the ball game. So coming off a big win, but both teams are. Obviously, over the Chieftains of Utica for Dakota. So both teams can put up points is my point.
Absolutely.
So this ball game is just getting underway. There's a lot of time here. Oxford going to get another chance to get that offense going.
Yeah, just to put it into perspective, folks, Oxford comes in averaging just under 28 points per game, putting up 49 altogether last week. Dakota comes in at almost 34 points per game, putting up 35, like Dave said, on Utica. 35-0.
35-0, right.
Yeah.
Skunked them. So they can play some offense and some defense. Yeah, the Chieftains have struggled the last couple of years, but still got to show up and play who's on your schedule. Kickoff to Oxford one more time, and they'll just let this go. That was number 11 out there, Owen Pavlock. And once again, the Wildcats getting another chance to bring their offense out here. If you're just joining us, 7-0 ball game. Oxford fumbled the first snap of the game here. Dakota took over, and they scored on 3 plays. The Michigan State commit Damari Malone found his way in the end zone.
You're going to see a lot of kind of an RPO look, a lot of motion, and sometimes with that motion, you're either trying to create numbers to one side of the field or disguise numbers away from the formation. That's going to be a handoff to Johnson. Chugging along for about a gain of, we'll call it 4 or 5.
Yeah, about that, but as you see, you can tell this is a good ball team. Obviously getting a shutout last week, but how many guys on that tackle?
Yeah.
Just swarming around the ball. You see that a lot with the Wildcats as well. There's some athletes on this side.
There is. And you got to pay attention, too, because the majority of the kids, there's not very many that play both sides. And that's an advantage just there to be able to have an offense and defensive
2nd and 4
personnel.
here. Hand off to Johnson one more time on the right side, but there's a flag. Probably going to be a hold. Most likely coming back there. There were 3 receivers at the top, and it's usually in the area of a hold. We'll wait and see the official there. But if it is another mistake, that's another time that Oxford is going to have to move the ball back. Obviously, that first drive didn't go the way they wanted, and it was actually a legal formation. So either way, it's going 5 yards the other way. Just not what you want to do in this game, because these mistakes, you can't make them against Dakota.
No, you can't. And to be honest, the Wildcats really haven't been a very heavily penalized team.
Haven't.
They're very disciplined at the line, offensively and defensively. We saw a few last week. I want to say it was against the second string folks, but it was very quick, something they corrected immediately, and there was none after that. And that was kind of the theme, I guess, of the whole season. Yes, there may have been some penalties here or there, but it's very minimal.
So it's 2nd down and 9. We're not going to get another timeout. I believe that's on Oxford's side. So that'll stop the play here. But hey, we want to give another shout out to our sponsor, Barron Industries, celebrating over 100 years in business here in beautiful downtown Oxford. We appreciate Barron Industries for being our sponsor here with Oxford Community Television.
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
Appreciate Barron Industries. So as we said, 2nd down and 9. Single receiver at the bottom and the top of your screen. Johnson in the backfield. Hendricks under center. Hendricks flips it over to Johnson. Johnson on the left side makes a man miss. Gets by the initial tackle. Gets some positive yardage there. We're going to make it a 3rd down and short. And that's just what he does.
Yeah, brought down by number 24, Jacob Bias, I want to say. Can't say for sure. He's got a roster spot, though, locked up at Albion. Again, you're going to hear some pretty wild stats about this Dakota team and where all these kids are going.
So that sets up 3rd down and short. 3rd and 1 here. Johnson obviously in the backfield. Hendricks under center. Receiver in motion. They go to Johnson. Johnson is almost brought down, goes to the right side. 2 men on him, and he's going to come up short. That's that speed and that playmaking ability that Dakota shows. That's a couple times, even on this drive, that they showed up. And I tell you what, that doesn't happen often. Tyler Torrey on the tackle.
Torrey is an absolute beast, too, on the interior defensive line. Comes in at 6'2", over 200 pounds. Senior, why is he? He's a 2nd or 3rd year senior. Kid's an animal, which is why he's got 5 offers. Wayne State, Alma, and he was also all-region and all-conference last year.
That's pretty good. Just saying. Just going to throw that out there, right? And a couple guys back for Dakota, but they get out of the way, and Oxford is going to down that near around the, looks like the 38, 39 yard line, 37 maybe, around that area. So a little bit of a short punt, and Dakota will take over. So with 8 minutes left in this opening quarter, Dakota with the 7-0 lead. If you're just tuning in, first snap of this ball game was fumbled on the ground. Dakota took over, and in 3 plays, they were able to get their senior 6'2", 215-pound playmaker. That's Damari Malone, committed to Michigan State, scored the initial touchdown. And after a failed possession for Oxford on their 2nd time out here, Dakota takes over one more time. Receiver in motion. They'll hand it off to him in the right side. Trying to get by a first tackle. Can't. That's Eli Carpenter. Jeremiah Aaron is brought down. Good play by Carpenter.
Yeah, sophomore at that. One of the few underclassmen on this starting squad for Dakota. He's quick. He's all of 5'6", 160. Very much so, maybe Maurice Jones-Drew-esque, if you will, without the thunder thighs.
That's a compliment.
Yeah,
right,
but
right.
The kid runs really hard downhill and just does a phenomenal job getting into the hole that's designated for the play. They rely on him a lot.
Well, Carpenter came up, made a big play, lost it 2. That sets up 2nd down and 12. Jaden Ford under center, receiver at the top, 2 at the top. Going for somebody up there. He's got his man, but he falls to the turf, and that could have been dangerous. Oxford with Liam O'Neill in the area. If he doesn't lose his footing, he's got a pick.
Yeah, it was almost a wheel route, if you will. Clear out by that single receiver over there to pull the corner, and then that left the linebacker out there in space trying to cover a very speedster, Dylan Beetleshees.
That's a good name. Jeremiah Aaron in the backfield on 3rd down here. Jaden Ford in the shotgun. Oxford, 3rd and 12. This is a big play for this defense if they can come up and answer. And we're going to get a flag. I think somebody may have been offsides. They get a free play, throw it up. Good job by the Wildcats. It's Pavlock who broke it up. We'll wait to see, but it looks like it is going to be a false start on the offense.
Broke up by Pavlock, but again, flag on the play.
Yeah, I think they declined that penalty, right?
It will be declined. It is. It should be. It is declined. So a lot of times when you see a quarterback go up the top, you think, oh, Aaron Rodgers, right? That free play, but that was on the offense.
Yep.
So Oxford answering big with the defense there. And listen, they've done that all season long.
They have. Those quick 3-and-outs where you may turn over the ball, whether it be interception, turnover on downs, whatever it may be, to bounce back, your defense gets you the ball back 3 plays later, huge.
Yep, it's huge. Pavlock deep back near the 25-yard line for the Wildcats. Punt is up and near the sidelines there. Is going to bounce. Pavlock picks it up off the bounce. Going to get past the 30-yard line. Not a lot of room, but showing some good hands there and getting the offense started. So their third time coming out here. Obviously that first time didn't go the way they wanted. Got Johnson a little bit more involved the second time out. Look for more of the same. Just down by 7-0. So 6:51 left in the first quarter. Dave Saseski with Travis Wilson. We appreciate you joining us tonight. It's the last regular season game. Obviously, We're going to get a postseason game here soon. We're going to go to Johnson one more time. Makes a cut. Maybe picks up 1 yard on the play. So just not a lot of room.
Luke Johnson on the carry.
We got a lot of people tuning in. We appreciate you on the live chat.
Second down.
Hopefully that volume's a little bit at a better spot for you. We're doing everything we can. We got a lot of guys here just working hard. Really not a lot of guys, but we're working hard, right?
It's a slim crew tonight, but
we got an A-team though.
Yeah,
Come on
absolutely. Absolutely. Got the A-team out here tonight for sure. Let us know if that volume's any better. We did do a few adjustments, and by a few adjustments, just some prayers.
Johnson in the flat. Hendricks goes over the middle, hits a man, picking up the first down and more past the 50. A Wildcat first down. What a play for Dean Rice. Johnny on the spot as usual.
Dean Rice, one of Jack's favorite targets, and I love it. Have not seen that play all year. A little tight end screen, deceiving with the motion away, just like I said earlier, where you use the motion to kind of disguise what the play is coming up with. Perfect time to call it too. Got some good chunk yards.
Well, I love that call. I love that call.
Very.
Obviously, they were bringing pressure. Hendricks shows his composure and hits his man. So 1st and 10 from the 44. Hendricks takes the handoff, going for somebody downfield, goes over the middle. It's almost picked off the hand of Brady Hamby. So Brady Hamby, the Ferris State commit,
Yes.
just off his hands, and you're thankful that it's a little chilly out there.
Yes, very much so, because rewind to August, and those hands are probably a little bit stickier, and he probably comes down with that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a play you'd like to have back, but guess what? You do. You get to live to play another down.
Yep. And you watch the play calls here. There's a lot of times where these throws that Jack is able to make, they're high percentage throws, meaning the wide receiver is wide open. He's not having to fit him into tight windows. It's very easy to read your defense and be able to make good decisions. He wanted the deeper cross on the other side, but had to come back as a second read, I think.
Johnson in the backfield one more time. They hand it off for him, makes a cut, gets some about 2 to 3 yards there. Not a lot of room, but he does move it forward, and that's another thing we're not used to, right? Him hitting a wall and not keep going, because he's hard to bring down. As we know, he's a talented running back, big guy as well, but there's some big guys on this defense as well.
Very much so. You run in that outside zone or that mid-interior zone, and it can be very effective, but when you miss, one guy misses their one assignment, stuff like that happens.
3 receivers at the top of your screen. Johnson in the backfield. Hendricks in the shotgun. 3rd and 9. Hendricks going, hitting Johnson over the middle there, but he's thrown down viciously, well short of the first down. That's going to set up a 4th down and uncomfortable long. Now they're keeping the offense out there, and I do like this move, especially this early in the ball game. I know it's a Dan Campbell type of move,
for
right?
sure.
But hey, you got here for a reason, and I love what Zach Line's done. Give your offense some confidence.
Yep.
It also shows confidence in your defense as well.
Very much so. And just really quick to point out, you are within field goal range for Katie.
Yep, we'll
it's
see.
a long one, but it would be.
Hendricks dropping back, 3 receivers at the top. He hits Johnson one more time. Stiff arm, gets out of the tackle and picks up the first down. How about that effort? Oh, man. He was brought down short, but he said, nope, stiff arm to you. We'll see you later. And just goes by his man there, picking up the Cats' first down.
That second effort is going to be needed all night. From every single Wildcat on the field tonight, it is going to be needed. And he's going to get a breather coming off, putting in Katie in there. So expect to see potentially a pass, but you also got to think that that's what they're maybe trying to disguise too with Johnson off the field, right?
It could. Listen, there's a lot of ways that could go with this. That's just why this is a tricky offense. And in a second here after this play, I want to talk about games of the week because we got so many good games going on. First down, Hendricks, play action, got a man on his blind side, brought down, that ball's loose.
Oh, no.
That was a tough hit, and it was high. Oh, you hate to see your quarterback take a shot like that. That was Corey Franklin. It's just your blind spot.
Yeah,
you
that's
couldn't
tough.
see your guy there, and thankfully
Wildcats recover second
Hendricks
down.
is okay. They do recover, but listen, your quarterback's off the turf. That's what you're happy about right now.
Very much so.
You
you
hold your
just
breath.
one of those, like, yeah, it's a hold your breath moment. Absolutely. As a fan, as a coach, as a player, it's just get up. Please
Yeah.
just get up.
Yep, so obviously going to move the ball back. It's second down, but it's a long 21. And this is a team that prefers to run. Now, we've seen them open up the pass, but 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen here. Pavlock near the bottom. They're going to go to Johnson in the flat. Johnson picking up some positive yardage. Almost picks it back up, that penalty yardage, or excuse me, the yardage from the fumble. That'll put it near the 35.
On the stop.
Looks like around the 36-yard line.
Yeah. Play we have not seen yet tonight, and I realize we're only, just inside the 3-minute mark on the first quarter, but that play-action play where the tight end on the far side drags all the way across the field, approximately 10 to 15 yards, might be something that we see here, but we're going to go with a 2 running back wide set. I love it.
Got to get it something here. 3rd and 16. Hendricks passing, looking for somebody, not a lot of time, and he is brought down. Wow. Just no time. Logan Kritzer throws him down. So that's, I believe, the 3rd sack already in the game for Dakota.
Yeah.
You just don't see this offensive line get beat that way.
You don't, and I think because of the fact that we are now sitting on our 45, you're going to see a punt team, and Mr. Katie is on the field. So I do like the call. Push him back deep, pin him deep. Don't give him the ball at the 45.
No.
It's a high-powered offense.
You can't go for it on 4th and 26.
No.
You just didn't have a choice.
Maybe
Close
last
snap.
play of the game,
That is a
potentially.
short punt. Absolutely
Shanked.
short punt. Shanked off his leg up high in the air, and it just dropped down near the, what was it?
Almost right at the 30, and they're going to mark it at the
35?
34, yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, hey, Travis, I wanted to say, listen, this is one of those games, and we talked about there's a lot of good games during the week that's going on. Obviously, this game right here, Dakota in Oxford, it's not a playoff game, but
Nope.
it has the playoff feel.
It does.
As you go into the postseason, this is exactly the type of opponent you want to play.
You do. You're gonna go face first with somebody that's wanting to upset your season.
So we'll go right back down to the field here on 1st down and 10 at the 34. Wildcat defense. No, listen, this is the team you want to play. This is the toughest opponent all season for them, and it feels like postseason football out here. There's a run there. I believe that was Jeremiah Aaron out there. But, hey, listen, there's a lot of good games going on. We were texting back and forth about that. There is a number of good games going on. Hey, I wouldn't want to be anywhere other than here tonight. You
Completely
see
agree.
Both teams travel. Obviously, we always bring our fans here, but love that Dakota brought some fans too. There's a lot of people over
They
there.
travel well. I'll give them that. Absolutely. But
I mean, it's a good football game. Name some of those other top matchups around the area.
Saline and Lake Orion. That's going to be a phenomenal game. Ike and Clarkston at Clarkston, just around the corner practically from us. Going to be a great game there as well.
Ford looking for a receiver over the middle, hits him in stride, picks up the 1st down and more. That's Chase Thornton, who's thrown down, picking up the big-time 1st down. The senior for Dakota showing some ball skills there. Great pass by Jaden Ford. They'll move that ball inside around the 31-yard line. But just like that, just lightning of an offense can move the ball in a hurry, Travis.
Yes, and talking about Wildcats in general, soccer team, shout out to those guys winning it 1-0 in PKs.
That's amazing.
Congrats, boys. That's awesome.
One more time, Ford hands off to his tailback, pushing through a brick wall there. And there was a late push, couple players. And listen, with a matchup like this, emotions are high.
Very.
It's football. You're going to see that. And sometimes until that whistle goes, you'll see a couple guys, as you did here on the sideline here, locked up. So that sets up 2nd down and 5. But that'll be the end of the first quarter. And after one, how about that? Flew by Dakota with a 7-0 lead. We want to thank our sponsor, obviously. Barron Industries, over 100 years in business. We appreciate them, Barron Industries, for everything they do in the Oxford community.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
We're back here, guys, obviously, and listen, the soccer team getting a shout out here, as they should.
Yeah.
But how about that football team? We're hoping for more of the same as the postseason's right behind us right now. We're right in front of us here. But listen, you're down by 7. Obviously, this is not a spot they've been in a long time during this win streak. What would you like to see in the second quarter?
I think you got to figure out an answer defensively. You've got to get another stop. They had a couple of spots where it was 3 and out and easy for them, seemed like. But the fact that they're able to still drive the ball and make big plays like we just saw to number 9, Chase Thornton.
Yeah.
Those are things you're going to have to limit.
Yeah.
There's no other way of putting it, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a lot of playmakers, obviously, and there's a flag on the play. That's the first play of this second quarter. It's going to go the other way, so that's a nice break for Oxford there. You have to think it moves them out of field goal range. So we do apologize. I understand there a little bit of technical difficulties with the commercial. We're doing our best here. So that's going to set up a 2nd down and long. Play clock all the way down 15 here. Receiver in motion. Ford in the shotgun. Hands off to Jeremiah Aaron, who picks up some big-time yardage. A bunch of Wildcats there on the tackle, but I believe he already did pick up that yardage, and there's a guy on the turf. I don't know who that is. Oh, it looks like it's Carpenter. He did get up. It looks like there's a little bit of a limp there on the field. That's a guy you got to keep healthy.
Yeah, as a senior, the kid just has amazing leadership skills. He is there when you need him, wherever you need him. Offensively, defensively. Had that great end-around touchdown last game.
Yeah.
Was really cool to see him get one. But also has made some great plays defensively, too. Some great pass breakups. Kid has, I know last year carried the team, I think, on interceptions.
So we got 3rd down here, Travis. Big 3rd down. Listen, 3rd down and 4. Got to get your defense some help. Here we go. Run up the middle, though, and they pick it up, and it's just that easy. Listen, Brady Hamby, one of those guys we mentioned. He's another guy.
Yeah.
Going to a collegiate school,
yes.
a promising school. He's going to Ferris State. Had offers from Lawrence Tech, Northwood, and Wayne State, but he does decide to go to Ferris State.
It's great to see kids from around the area getting to go and play on the next level and be able to potentially see them on TV on Saturdays is awesome. Whether it's from here or from.
There's a 1st down run there, Travis, and getting a big chunk of yards brought down by Dean Rice. It's Hamby one more time getting the carry. It's just a bunch of guys they can go to. Hamby's another one of them. Just a bunch of playmakers, and that's what makes this offense so tough.
And they've ran behind that big guard. There's no way you can't see him on the stream. Number 72, Justin Bell, as they go his direction again to pick up the 1st down. Comes in at 6'8", 295. He's a Michigan State commit. Came into the season with a handful of offers, but by the first week, I believe, he was sitting on 18 offers.
Yeah, you're doing some good things to get that many offers. So they do pick up the first down, and it's first and goal from the 8-yard line. So this is a crucial point for this Wildcat team. You do not want to fall behind by 2 scores to a team that's really been rolling in Dakota, but they're within striking distance here at the 8-yard line. Snap goes down to the tailback. That's a handoff and another touchdown. That's Damari Malone. That's his second of the ball game already. They're looking to go up by 2 scores just like that. That's a big punch to the face. Got to get back up, Travis, and it's a tough time right now for this defense.
It is. I think John Madden said the road to Easy Street runs through the sewer, and that is definitely where we're at currently with a 14-point lead right now or about to be a 14-point lead by Dakota.
Yeah, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and really the Cats in a big hole right here, an extra point away from going down by 2 touchdowns. Extra point is down, the hold is good, and it's up and clean, and just like that with 10:06 left in this half, it's 14-0 Dakota over Oxford.
Please direct your attention again to the area below the home bleachers.
So we talked about it. Listen, obviously emotions were running high, especially for these seniors, right? And even for the underclassmen, right? I'm sure they look up to some of these seniors.
Oh, absolutely.
And this could be the last time. We hope it's not, but it could be the last time they're ever playing on this turf in front of these fans at home. And really right now you have to say, hey, got to regather myself here, calm down, and say it's time to come back here. Only 2 scores. We saw 31 straight points a couple weeks ago on the road for this team against, was it West Bloomfield?
West Bloomfield.
So they can do it.
Again, no slouch for the team there either.
Nope.
Couple D1 commits on that team. So just because there's a 0 on the scoreboard for the Wildcats does not mean you count these guys out until the final buzzer.
That's it. So 2 scores in this ball game from Damari Malone, the Michigan State commit. Oxford in a hole, but we know they can come back and they can score in a hurry. You mentioned the 31 straight points. Pavlock is back deep, and he'll watch this sail over his head. Cats offense will come back out here for their 4th drive of this ball game. We're able to pick up some first downs last time out. However, the ball hits the turf for the 2nd time of this game and sends them back, put them in a long situation on 3rd down, and really just couldn't recover. So a couple times the balls hit the turf. You don't see that a lot from these skilled players, especially from the quarterback.
No, you don't. And you really haven't seen Jack really get touched at all this season. So it's probably a little bit of a shell shock for him. Probably a little bit like, okay, we're not just playing Oak Park kids. They're just going to fall on their face and let us do what we want.
How about that, Luke Johnson up the middle? That's Oxford football right there, that ground and pound, some tough yardage. And anytime you can get 4, 5, 6 yards on first down, you'll take it every time.
It really helps the play calling too, because you're limited. You're not limited, I should say, to just maybe a bigger chunk play, right? You only have to get maybe 2 or 3 yards, as you do here. That playbook is wide open.
That's it. 2nd down and 2. Couldn't have said it any better, and you go right back to your big bell cow, who picks up some yardage there. Going to be close. It looks like he's at the marker. Should move the chains, and he will. So that's a first down. Johnson on the hard running. We've seen it all season long. And you have to think, Travis, listen, it's not, hey, if you don't score here, you're going to lose. But this is one of those crucial times where you want to bring some of that momentum back to the Cat side.
If you can go score here, you probably take off, we'll say like 3 minutes off the clock, right? Then another quick 3 and out to potentially put up another score before halftime. You go into the halftime with maybe tie score or real close.
I like the way you think. Johnson up the middle, gets by the first tackle there. A nice cut, and we've said it. Listen, not only is he a bruiser at running back, but he's got such good vision and patience.
Yes.
He showed it all season long, and right there picks up a big chunk of yards and sets up second down in a short 3.
Yeah, and something that we definitely need to do is put points on the board prior to for the second half, because Dakota gets the ball starting the second half. So you definitely want momentum going in your favor going into halftime, whether that's off of a score, maybe it's a pick. He's lined up off sides. Oh, coach is not happy on the opposite sideline. They're going to take a timeout. Number 6 was lined up clear as day off sides for Dakota.
Well, it's a perfect time to tell you about our sponsor again. It's a heck of a sponsor. It's Barron Industries, and they're celebrating, Travis, over 100 years in business, and we appreciate their support all season long and what they've done for us here on the broadcast. Barron Industries, over 100 years in business.
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
So it'll be a timeout here, and when Oxford comes back out in a situation where it's going to be a second down and short, second down and 3, we've seen the offense start to get things going, start to look back to normal, what this offense should look like. Obviously, had to pass a little bit more than you want to in that first quarter in some second down, some third down and long situations, putting the ball on the turf, but I think this ball club is better when they get that running game going. It sets up the play action, and that's exactly what they've been able to do in this drive. So second down and 3. Johnson in the backfield, all by himself. Hendricks hands off to him. Goes up the middle. He'll pick up maybe 1 yard line, but 1 yard on the run, excuse me. However, Dakota right there with a couple guys that bring him down will set up a third down and short 1. And why not go back to that bread and butter?
Of course. Third and short, got to think maybe you see a little play action pass, but I think you got to go back, stay on the ground, give it to the maybe even the fullback here, catch him off guard.
So third down and 1 goes to Johnson on the right side, just no room. I don't think he picked it up. It doesn't look like he did.
Yeah, Tyler,
behind the line there.
Tyler Torrey and Aiden Lindsay both in on the tackle, 2 seniors that really control the line of scrimmage for this Dakota team. Both, again, with offers from local universities. Both come in at over 6'2", over 230 pounds. Just some brute strength up there.
Here's my question. Do you snap this ball? Do you really go for this? 4th down and 2,
I
they
think
look like they're going.
This has got to be a hard count.
So 4th down and 2, and they're at their 39-yard line, down by 2 scores. I don't know that they're going to snap this ball. I think we're calling their bluff there. Receiver in motion and play clock down to 5, and you had to do it.
Yep.
But you obviously, if you go for a right here and then they score, you really put yourself in such a hole that I just wouldn't see Coach lining them doing that to this team.
Doesn't seem like the right play call. I agree. To have you not get the first down here, you give the ball back to them inside your 40.
Yeah, so we'll see. We appreciate people tuning in and commenting and keeping it positive. That's what we're all about here, obviously. Oxford's had a heck of a year, and we appreciate all the viewers that have tuned in on the live stream as well. We've got over 150 people on there right now. We appreciate you guys. Cats in a little bit of a hole, down 14-0. Katie out here going to have to punt it away. Back deep is Dylan Beetleshees. Beetleshees will fall to the turf, but able to bring that in. That's a name right there.
It is a name. It is a
Beetle
name.
Beetle cheese, right?
That's
You
exactly
got to
what I
say it
was
3
thinking of.
times fast.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was coming
in honor of Halloween, right?
Of course. Halloween night, you'll see the halftime show by the band. You'll see a handful of them in costume. Quite a few of the student section participated in the Halloween theme night as well.
I need to know if you're going to dress up at all. I mean, you got little ones.
I considered it.
You considered it?
Yeah.
You're
for
like,
tonight at least. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tonight.
What would you have showed up as?
I don't have a clue.
Okay. Dan, maybe?
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
Show up as the production manager.
6:39 left in this half. Up by 2 scores. Big hit from the Oxford defense. Oh, man, threw that one off from the receiver and the quarterback. Nice play. That's number 4 out there, Braden Pruitt. How about that? Laying the lumber.
Yeah, gotta love it, too.
So that'll set up 2nd down and 10. Big time here for this defense. I know I said it last time, but you just cannot fall behind by 3 scores to this Dakota ball club. Want to get the ball back here, maybe get some points on the board. Oxford hasn't really gotten the offense going yet. It picked up a couple first downs in the half, but that's it. So 2nd down and 10. Receiver in motion. Quarterback hands it off. Running back goes right up the gut. Couple guys in on the tackle for the Wildcats. Pruitt's one of them.
Luke Johnson, the one to bring him down as well. Initial contact was right at the line of scrimmage. He was able to fall forward right into Luke's hands there. This is a big 3rd down. You stop him here, be able to drive down and get some sort of score would be huge.
Yeah, you don't want to say it's a must right here, but you will say, hey, there's never been a bigger play in this half than right here, right now. Third down and long, but you know it's not 35 like it says there on the screen, on the monitor. It's a little off. We're going to have a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start, so maybe the scoreboard knows something we don't know.
Yeah, maybe
it said 3rd and 35. I know it's not, but.
And now it says 3rd and 8, which will be.
We'll add another 5 on there, right?
It's 3rd and 10 now, it looks like.
Should be, I believe, a 12. We'll see. So big 3rd down here for the Cats. It's 3rd and 9. Okay, so we were both wrong. We're just going to keep guessing until we get it. Quarterback rolling out to his right. Got some room. 1st down within distance there. Reaches the ball out and picks it up. So Oxford locking down the coverage, but Jaden Ford just had too much room to run.
Anytime you have a quarterback that's able to utilize their feet like that, Jack does too from time to time, but for someone to show that kind of speed, get to the edge and gain, well, it was 12, 13 yards there is impressive.
Yeah, picking up that 1st down, and really they've done a little bit of everything here in this first half. We've talked about it. Damari Malone picking up the both touchdowns for Dakota, who's got a 14-0 lead with 5:22 left in the half after the 1st down run by the quarterback here. Ford looking for his man. That's behind the line there. I think that may have been a fumble if it stayed in.
Would have been very close. I agree. Would have been very close.
It was close. They're saying it was incomplete in a forward pass, but that was close. So nevertheless, it falls to the turf, stops the clock, and it'll set up 2nd down. But yeah, that was, to the naked eye there, that was a close play.
2 seniors on the Wildcats, Dean Rice and Seth Tabor right there. They would have been scoop and score all day had that been what we thought it could have been.
And that's the kind of play you need really at this time, right? And it's happened all season long, right? A pick 6, a big-time play.
Yes. Something is needed here to kind of get the
crowd
energy
in.
back to the Wildcat side of things for sure.
That's it. Yeah, you're not used to it being this quiet here. Obviously, we got a full crowd. Referee's timeout on the field. So that'll give us a chance to talk about this defense, which is what we were just saying. Listen, it's been big play after big play. How many times have we said, hey, Oxford needs to make a play, and they go the other way with a pick six? Really, it's been this defense picking up the offense picking up the defense, just everybody just playing cohesive football. And, I mean, even the special teams. We talked about Katie. Everybody's played a role here, and this is why you got such a good ball club.
And it is needed. We need all three levels to be firing on all cylinders to get a W tonight.
Yeah, and in the postseason. So 2nd down and 14. Receiver in motion. Quarterback rolling out one more time, looking for a receiver, but nobody home, out of bounds. Pressure getting to him, nobody open. Good job by the Cats downfield. That'll make it 3rd down and 14, and more importantly, it stops the clock.
Yes, with over 5 minutes to play,
a lot
too.
of time.
Wow, Clarkston up 17-0 over Eisenhower. That's a surprising score, to be honest, folks.
That is very surprising.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Lake Orion up on Saline.
That's a big game, too.
Also a huge game. Yeah, 7-0 currently.
So much on the line, really, with points, too.
Yeah. Well, West Bloomfield down in the second quarter in Roseville, 21-0.
Wow. 3rd down and 14. Travis, big play here. 3 receivers at the bottom. Quarterback looking that way. Hits his man. Lots of room. Going to be close to that 1st down. That was Jack Arnowski. It looks like he's going to be right there, and they are going to move the chain. So, I mean, that was really, really tight. Just the quarterback, hey, listen, Jaden Ford found that soft spot, and the defense hit his man, and Arnowski made a play, picks up that 1st down. Just unfortunate for these Cats. You were in a good spot at 3rd and long, looking to get that ball back.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a longer stick route, or maybe it was even a choice route where you can kind of decide whether to sit it down or to work your way in between zone and or man coverage.
And there's on 1st down, big play from Brady Hamby. Hamby inside, goes out of bounds there or near down the sideline. Looked like he had a chance to go all the way, but Turf Monster playing for Oxford right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That Turf Monster doesn't grab that shoelace, and that might be 6, but there's a lot of good pursuit by the Wildcats. I don't think he scores. There was 3, 4, 5 Wildcats
for
there.
For sure. Yep, I'm with you on there, but that would have been a lot closer. And it takes it all the way down to the 23. 4 minutes up 14-0. There's another run up the middle. Looks like that's number 23 out there. That's Michael Barron. Or I'm sorry, Jeremiah Aaron. So you got Aaron and Barron at 22 and 23. Making my job a little bit difficult.
Yes.
A little bit more difficult here tonight.
Late flag came in, too. Let's see what it is. Maybe some extracurricular activity.
And we're going to have offsetting penalties. We'll probably play that down again. So, yeah, 2nd down and 10 stays that way. Both teams picking up a penalty there.
Yeah, both crowds not happy.
Man, they go all out. Look, they got plays being called up over there. Now, one of those boards, as we know, is nothing.
Yep.
Right?
And you also have a coach signaling in, too.
Yeah, I believe we got Step Brothers in the far right in that side.
Yeah.
And a CMU.
So there may be, I call it an orbit motion here, and or a choice. That's going to be a timeout.
Yep,
Dakota.
another timeout. So want to take some time and think about it, and that'll give us a chance to talk about our sponsor one more time. Barron Industries celebrating over 100 years in business.
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
And we're back here in Wildcat Stadium, so 3:34 left in this half. Oxford in a tough spot here, down 14-0 in Dakota. one more time, driving down the field, looking primed to score, knocking on the door one more time at the 23-yard line. A 2nd down and 10 here. Jaden Ford with Jeremiah Aaron in the backfield. Jack Arnowski at the bottom of your screen. He's made a couple big plays. Receiver in motion. They hand off to the talented tailback here who picks up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. The clock winding down at 3.5 minutes left.
Aaron, the ball carrier, brought down by Brendan Cass.
Couple other scores from around the league. Ferndale up on Utica 7-0. Madison Heights, Lamphere 14-0 over Berkeley second quarter. Athens 7 over Fraser second quarter. Some great score updates in the chat tonight. Much appreciated.
Well, here we go. Big time play. How many times have we said it in this quarter? But listen, if you can make a stop here and hold them to 3, 3rd down and 7, and we got flags all over the field. It looks like this may be on Dakota and a false start. What a big play.
It's their 4th false start penalty of the game, I believe.
I mean, and they're up 14-0. Imagine if they weren't shooting themselves in the foot, because Oxford, a couple times, we talked about it, they do not have turnovers. They don't. And they've put the ball on the ground a couple times. It cost them the one time, obviously, giving up a touchdown, not beating the boys up. Obviously, they've been amazing all season long, but it's part of the game.
Right, and it's something we're not used to seeing, and I think that's kind of what we wanted to bring to your attention. Is just you know, there's a little bit of a crease that can be fixed, ironed out a little bit.
That's it. 3rd down here and long and 12, going over the middle, but we got another flag on the field.
The screen, I want to say hold, and it is going to be a hold, but great job by our linebackers to sniff out that screen. Saw it coming the entire way.
Do you decline this?
That's a good question.
Because you move them back.
I think line does decline it here.
It is declined. I like that call. I do. Yeah, you only, you gain for your defense 5 yards. By the way they've been able to move the ball, they picked up chunk yards. I don't think it would have made a difference. You put it at 4th and 12 here, and it's going to be a field goal try.
Who their kicker is
that a 42-yard try?
I wouldn't say as good as Katie, but the kid's got a leg. Seeing him do, I think it was a 48-yard try against Eisenhower, pushed it left by maybe a football width.
Well, this is 42. It's within his range. On the right side, 42-yard try for Dakota. Already up 14-0. Snap is down. It's good. Ball's got the distance, but is it too far to the left? And it is no good. Big job here by this defense. Now you get the ball back with 2:14.
Huge. You could not ask for a better outcome of a kick to go just a bit outside.
I love that, right? Get a little bit of baseball in here in the football cast. I love it. So, Trev, got to ask you, your favorite Halloween movie of all time?
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough question. I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to you on that one because Halloween for me, the wife and kids love Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus
like
is good.
It's
a
a classic, right? It is a go-to.
I love it.
For me, I don't. What about you? I can't put my finger on just one.
I'll tell you right after this play. A little bit of a tease. 1st down, Hendricks going over the middle, trying to hit his man, and somehow I believe it bounced into Carpenter's hand. So almost was a pick. Pops into Carpenter's hand. He says, I don't know where this came from, but I'm going to take it. And that'll set up 2nd down and short.
I think he
was
just surprised as we were to have the ball in his hands.
I want to say The Nightmare Before Christmas. I do like that one a lot. It's tough, right?
It is.
It's Halloween.
Christmas movies, I can tell you right away.
Oh, I got a bunch of those.
Yeah. Halloween movies, I can't put my finger on just one. I'll have to agree with you on your choice.
Pressure coming. Hendricks throws it out of bounds. And, I like that play. Live to fight another down there. Had pressure coming. Something we have not seen, and we talked about it. This offensive line's just been tremendous all season long, but they've come through untouched tonight.
When you have kids that are averaging over 200 pounds on the defensive side of the ball, and our guys are big, but they're not big. There's a lot of weight coming at you very quickly. They've done a great job so far, though, this second quarter, picking up the extra pressure as well as just your 4-down lineman there, making sure Jack has time to throw.
3rd and 1, Hendricks, a guy on his blind side one more time, and I don't think they picked that up. That's going to be well short. That's his blind side. Bringing a blitz one more time was Dakota, and Hendricks had to get rid of it. Yeah. Not a lot of time. Just went to the one receiver he saw and said, hopefully, Luke can make a play. Unable to do so, and now you're going to have to punt this ball away, most likely. Now, they're keeping the offense out there.
Offense is still on,
and that's a little scary for us.
I don't know. I think Coach Line is decision-making right now. Yeah,
there you go. And I'm not surprised by that. Listen, you got to think about it. I love that, but you can't go down by 3 scores when the defense has played as well as they have here, especially in the second quarter.
Do you see a Dan Campbell fake punt here?
I would love it.
I would love it too, but I would hate to see it go the wrong way.
We don't want to see it go like it did last week for Campbell and company. No, it's going to be Katie with another high punt, but not as long as normally. And that ball's on the ground. But we got a flag. Did they not give him enough room?
I don't think so.
And that's probably what happened. Now that's going to be, who came up with that ball? It looked like that was Prutz, but it looked like 4 Prutz. Eli Carpenter's number 5.
Oh, they are going to call catch interference.
There's just not enough room. You have to give a little bit of room.
Oh, we got scores from all over the state. I love it. 14-14, Davison Lapeer.
Wow. How about that? Royal Oak 7, Clawson nothing at the half.
West Bloomfield on the board, but still down by 2 scores. And it is going to be interference on the Wildcats, unfortunately, so we will not get that fumble. That, however, is exactly something that you're looking for to have a little bit of a momentum shift, Dave.
Yeah, it is, but you also don't want to give that offense more room, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, here with 113, I mean, they're going to be in that 2-minute offense.
Yep. So
you're going to see a lot of no huddle, and they've got some dangerous players out here. I mean, we already talked about Malone, who's got 2 on the night.
Yeah, Ryan Petrovich, one of their higher.
I believe that's 15 yards too, isn't it?
And you're correct. Yeah, it is 15 yards. So that puts the ball from their side of the 50 to our side of the 50, unfortunately. Number 80, Ryan Petrovich, 6'4", huge mismatch for us. There's not many 6'4" DBs or safeties on our team.
No,
in fact, there's none.
Well, Jaden Ford in this offense with a lot more room. Ford goes over to the right side. It's a low pass, so that's a break for the Wildcats. Because if they catch that, there's a lot of room. That was Chase Thornton. It was Hamby, excuse me. Well, I got Chase Thornton here at number 9. So
yeah, likewise.
I'm going to go with that.
Wondering if Petrovich is hurt, because I have not seen him on the field yet.
And that's a big loss for them, too. Obviously, 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Ford looking for a man on the sideline there. Looked like he was able to bring it in. Owen Pavlock right there like a blanket to bring him down. And that was Dean Beetleshees, who we pray that he doesn't catch it, because that's a tough last name to say, obviously, but an awesome last name.
He plays corner and a little bit of safety for him. Had a real big interception against Ike.
Well, Trav, how about Beetlejuice, right? That's one. That's a good one.
Yeah, fair.
3rd down and 5 here. Big spot for the defense. Ford backing up, had some room, had some time. Miscommunication with Dean Beetleshees, because he was wide open, but it looks like it was tipped. Good eyes from you, Trav. Looks like Luke Johnson making another play there for this defense. That saves this drive here
huge
for the defense.
Absolutely. It's 4th and 5. Dakota's going to keep the offense on the field. Defensive line's got to be smart, not jump, because that's an easy first down, right?
Yeah.
Let your playmakers come through here. I'm hoping that we see a little bit of pressure, but also some great coverage from our DBs.
This is a no-brainer for me. You got to go for this one. 4th and 5, 32 seconds left. Ford going to go up the middle. He's brought down, and there's Reed Kwiatkowski with another big play. That's a couple plays he's made in this ball game. The big guy, the senior, making a big-time senior play.
Huge, absolutely huge to take sack there from the Wildcats is awesome to see. So cool to see a senior lead his team defensively there on that drive and make sure that Dakota doesn't have a chance to even put the ball in the air.
Here's the thing, Trev. This could easily be a 4-score game here, but this defense has been making play after play. I mean, it's bend but don't break. How many times have we said that this year?
So many, and they've done a great job of it too.
So 28 seconds left. They're probably just going to run this clock out. No, here they go, throwing it, but another guy on the blind side. Good job by Hendricks. Gets away, hits his man in the flat. That's Johnson. He'll pick up a couple yards there because they were backed up so far. So I thought they were just going to run this clock out. They very well might with 19 seconds left, but I guess if you got clock, why not try to move the ball? Right.
Yeah, might as well try to score. We do have one more timeout too, so I don't know. I think you see maybe a smash route where you have that interior, whether it be your tight end or a slot, run a corner route. It's got to be kind of on a deeper corner route, and then your outside receiver will run maybe a dig route or a curl to hold that corner.
You got
see what happens.
Empty backfield. You got 4 receivers, 2 at the top and the bottom here, so they certainly look like they're going to pass the ball here. And you know this kid's got an arm. Hendricks backed up, got some time, man in his face. There he is on the turf. We just haven't seen that a lot from this team this year, but that's big number 88 for Dakota, who brings him down. And 88 is Logan Christer. It's a couple plays for the senior there. And that's going to be the end of the half here, Trav. So after a full half here, it's 14-0. Oxford down. Trav, obviously we got a whole nother half to go, but what'd you see that you liked, and what would you like to work on in the second half?
I do like they continue to utilize Luke. They're not afraid to go away from their bread and butter, right?
Yep.
They haven't gone 5 wide, except for that very last play there. Going 5 wide gives a different look for their defense. They've got to kind of dial it in and figure out what's going to be thrown at them. I didn't like maybe just 0 on the scoreboard.
We got people coming in and going out there, going to get hot dogs at halftime. Listen, we're going to let you take a break. Go get some popcorn. If you're like Jim Hughes, you know he's probably eating some popcorn with this game.
Absolutely.
Haven't heard from him a lot here tonight. Hopefully he's feeling better. We'll be back, but after one half, Oxford down 14-0. Dave Saseski, Travis Wilson, OCTV football coverage. We'll see you in the second half, everybody.
welcome to the field your 2024 Oxford Wildcat Marching Band. Tonight, under the direction of drum majors Cole Dedeker, Olivia Kraft, Caden Adams, and Sarah Gibbons, we will feature musical soloists Molly Antonio, Cole Jacob, Ronnie Wolfman, and Tegan Leffing, as well as visual soloists Miranda Morin and Savannah Baker. The Wildcat Band proudly presents their 2024 field show, The Immortal Beloved, the music of Beethoven. Drumming, is your band ready? The field is yours for halftime performance. Tonight, the Wildcat Band is proud to present our senior class of 2025. Our seniors include Caden Adams, Molly Antonio, Taylor Brill, Megan Kashak, Joshua Cook, Jonathan Corcoran, Leah Demchak, Cole Dieter, Jenna Dwah, Benjamin Duquix, Esther Ebeling, Benjamin Eber, Sky Faraheen, Gavin Feiner, Sarah Gibbons, Brady Hart, Eileen Hendrickson, Christian Isaac, Cole Jacob, Morgan Essek Kinderman, Blake Kwiatkowski, Tegan Lapping, Julian Massarello, Christian Massey, Harry Massey, Jordan Madison, Daniel Moore, Wyatt Podzinski, Viola Schmaltz, Austin Streeter, Nicholas Toko, Samantha True, William Wardrop, Aiden Watson, Ronan Waters, Brianna Welch, and Trinity White. Seniors, we can't thank you enough for the legacy you have left on this band program. Can't wait to see what you do in the future. Thank you for all of your work.
Hey, this is former Detroit Lion Rob Rubick and former Lapeer, Michigan school teacher. You're currently watching OCTV, Oxford Community Television. Enjoy it.
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
Welcome back, guys. Obviously, halftime here is wrapping up. Travis Wilson, Dave Sisewski here with the Oxford Community Television broadcast. Oxford down 14-0 after one half.
Yeah.
Listen, that was tough going, tough sledding for this offense.
Very much so. The offense, there really wasn't a whole lot of production, right? And that's going to have to happen. There's going to need something on the offensive side of the ball. A couple good plays, I would say, but Dakota's just had an answer for that outside zone that we like to run, some of the play action that we like to run. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach comes out with. I hope that we continue to just stick to the bread and butter, stick to what works.
To be a fly on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Because you probably had some fiery conversations.
Sure.
If you know this coaching staff, it was definitely a positive thing. Let's imagine we were in that locker room. I don't know exactly what they're not talking scheme. They're talking, hey, listen, we've had a heck of a team this year, one of the best in Oxford history.
Yep.
We won a title, the first OAA red title ever. Guys, they're playing like a dominant team out there. Let's play like we can, up to our abilities, on offense, on defense. Yeah, we've had a couple turnovers, but this team can come back. It's 2-score ball game, and I'm looking for big things from this offense. Johnson, Hendricks, making some big plays in the second half.
Yeah, seniors are definitely going to have to step up. That conversation at half, I think, is just how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? You got to dig deep, and how bad do you want it? Where's the grit that we've seen all year? You got to show it here. These next 2 quarters of football have to be Wildcat football, Dave.
Listen, grit is in Detroit, and it's found its way here in Oxford, as we know.
It has.
It's Wildcat-style football. I also want to say, hey, we're terrible with our Halloween movies. I apologize for everybody out there. I mean, we got Jason. We've got Freddy Krueger. We've got all
Scream.
these movies.
We could name a handful.
And we let you down.
Yeah.
We said Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
We're not 5 years old. There are other movies out there. But
absolutely.
Hey, getting ready to kick this one off here. 30 seconds left. Let's head down into the field here and see if Oxford can start to come back. Travis, we do want to thank our sponsors. Obviously, Barron Industries celebrating over 100 years in business here in beautiful Oxford.
Incredible to see, really. You have any company, whether that's OCTV, whether that's Barron Industries, just to see the longevity and all right here in Oxford is just awesome to see.
I mean, listen, if I live to be 100 years, I'm not going to look as good as Barron Industries. I will go out on a limb and say that right now. Okay?
I would have to agree with you on my behalf as well.
I'm not close to 100, so that's good. That's good. But a lot of wisdom out there with 100 years.
Yeah.
So listen, you can see on the sideline here. I was curious as we see the boys come out. They got some energy, Travis. You know they're ready for this. Some of these seniors, that's their last time out here playing a regular season at least home game. We hope that they get a home playoff game. We don't know for sure. We know the chances are pretty high, but hey, you got to get the win here tonight because there's points on the board there for the taking.
There is, and I didn't really do a whole lot of research as far as where we end up if we do end up getting a win here, where that puts us. But it's a must-win game. It's huge.
No, it is, especially if you want to play at home. So this is another key here. We said Dakota going to get the ball back in the second half. And this ball is going to sail away into the end zone. And you're seeing players get after it down there. And you know what? You got to love it. This is a long season, and these guys are absolutely getting after it.
Yeah, JR's comment, that kick ends up in Lapeer. He's not far off. That was a monster of a kick. That Katie continues to do time after time is a kick that goes into or even out of the back of the end zone is impressive.
How about Mr. Katie? In the postseason in soccer and in football, right?
Yeah. Wow.
That's a busy life.
That is a very busy.
He's eating TV dinners. All right. So first down at 10 from the 20. First play here in the second half. Ford hands off to his tailback. That's Damari Malone. who goes over the left side, picks up some positive yardage, already has 2 touchdowns in this game. Brendan Cass ran him out of bounds. Good job by Cass on the play there. Had an angle and took care of his man there on the sideline.
Another senior, and we chatted about it in the halftime together about what really needs to happen. It's going to be the leadership from the seniors on it defensively. They're going to have to step up and say, hey, we're going to go win this thing. It's going to be on our shoulders.
That's it. Forward under center, Jeremiah Aaron behind him, receiver in motion. Ford looking downfield. He's got a man open with some distance there. Hits him, and that's going to go to the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Oh, boy, Dakota with a big-time touchdown. Now, we do have a flag. That's after the play, probably on the celebration, probably taunting there, which, as a coach, drives you crazy. But listen, that connection from Ford to Thornton for a long score, just not what you want to see to start this second half, Travis.
80 yards to be exact.
That's
Pavlock in coverage there and was in a pretty good position. I'm not really sure how 9 got his hands on it because I honestly thought Pavlock had a pick, but turns out it's going the other way. It was. Great throw.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we thought. That's taunting there, so it's going to be enforced on the kickoff. But nevertheless, that doesn't matter at this point. Oxford looks up at the scoreboard, and they're about to be down by 3 scores, 3 touchdowns to be exact. Just not a position they've been in a long, long time.
They really haven't. They're going down 3 scores, kind of remnants of the Clarkston game maybe.
Extra points up, and it's good. No, I mean, that's a good point, Travis, and it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, Clarkston, we were down, ended up coming within striking distance of putting up another score. But, of course, a little time in between kickoff and whatnot, we're going to do a little something different. Barron Industries sponsoring our trivia question. Trivia, folks. What's the correct name of the play from the movie Remember the Titans? Put your answer in chat. A, fake 23 blast with a backside George reverse. B, fake 23 toss with a fake reverse. C, Peyton Manning, Omaha. Or D, fake 23 blast with a backside Fred reverse. Let us know what you think in chat. Thanks, Barron Industries, for sponsoring tonight's trivia question. We'll give you the answer at the end of the third.
Here's another trivia question. Who was a terrible cornerback on that team? Ryan Gosling. He got benched.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. How do you not love that movie? It gives you the feels every single time you watch that. And there's about 100 songs in that movie you got to sing.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Every single one of them.
That's it. So, well, speaking of mountains that are high, Oxford got one in front of him, down 21-0. That's Pavlock there who gets the kickoff past the 30, but we got laundry on the field, and that's never a good thing.
No, not on return. Fingers crossed it goes against the kicking team, but typical is going to be a holding or a block in the back, and usually on the return team.
Yeah, and when you're down like you are right now for Oxford, you're in a position that you haven't been in quite a while, and listen, that matters, right? They're not used to this. They're used to playing ahead, especially during this winning streak. And down 21-0, you're really going to have to go outside of what you normally do. You're going to have to go to the air. Yeah,
I think the shot downfield maybe isn't this specific play, but at some point in this drive, you're going to have to take a shot downfield. And it's something we haven't done quite yet, but looking forward to seeing what Coach Lyon has up his sleeve for this drive.
So first down and 10 from the 22. Oxford has got to get some points going. Faking the handoff there, and big hit. Absolutely stone wall that Katie ran into. Thankfully gets right back off the turf, but that was Dominic Van Vliet. Van Vliet laid the lumber.
Yeah, all 180 pounds of him went right through Katie's chest, unfortunately. Hard to not put your receiver in a position like that as a quarterback. Sometimes you got to do it and just hope he holds on. Unfortunately, pass wasn't the most ideal. Was incomplete, did fall to the turf as we come out into a 4-wide formation on this play.
Receiver in motion. In the shotgun. Hendricks looking for somebody, not anybody downfield. Tries to run away, but He's brought down and sacked. It looks like number 90, Tyler Torrey. Torrey brings him down. That's another one of those guys that has a lot of colleges after his services.
Yeah, I think that's his second or third sack of the night. Just dominating up front in the trenches. Yeah, big guy. Interior as well as line up out at the end in his current spot. And a menace wherever he's at.
Yeah, and this is a tough spot here. 2 receivers at the top, going to have to pass the ball. 3rd down and long, and you're down 21-0 with 10:35 left. Hendricks in the shotgun again, rolls out looking for his man. Hits his receiver low on the turf. They're going to call that a catch. And brought in, good job. Looks like Jack Champagne. And Champagne really, great job to get his hands underneath the ball because that almost hit the ground. But it doesn't pick up the first down, and now you're in a spot to where you almost have to at this point in your own end.
Jake's has become one of Jack's favorite spots to throw, and the kid's just got great hands. Does a phenomenal job of making sure that in any spot where that ball is thrown in his direction, he's getting his hands on it, or in this case, underneath it to secure the catch, make sure a referee doesn't have any worries about it. And we're going to go for it here on 4th down, it appears.
Yep. You got 3 receivers at the bottom. Man in the slot there. Hendricks goes to the top, though. Hits his man and moves the chains one more time. We were just talking about him. Jake Champagne, play after play there, makes plays. A big-time player, and there you go, 2 plays in a row. This one moves the chains.
Yeah. Loving the mojo so far. Love kind of that grittiness. Hey, we're backed up inside the R40, and we're going to go for it because we're confident that, 1, we're going to get it, and 2, we kind of have to.
And you know what? Listen, if you can get a touchdown here, how big would that be momentum-wise? Obviously down by 3 scores, but a lot of time left in this ball game. Just got to get some chunk yardage.
Very much.
Johnson, nice cut there, but hits the ground and in a hurry. Just hasn't been a lot of running room for him, something we're not used to seeing.
I think the Dakota defense is just doing a great job with gap assignments and making sure that regardless of which way, whether it's an interior zone or outside zone or maybe a little bit of a power or a trap, they've got an answer for it. They're able to clog up holes and not really give a whole lot of running room for Luke all night.
No, they've really closed those gaps in a hurry. Multiple players on the ball, and, you know, they're zoning in on him. They know he's one of those guys. Listen, he might as well have a target on his back, right? And there's Hendricks, empty backfield, trying to run away from pressure. Just no room, Travis. Another sack.
Yeah.
It's brought down number 88, Logan Kreitzer. He's made a number of plays here. Couple sacks in this game.
Yeah, Emilio Lynch also in on there, and it's tough to see. Jack saw nothing that he liked downfield. It was a very quick decision to tuck in and run. I almost wonder if it was a QB draw play, because it was such a quick decision. Regardless, it does count for a handful of yards of loss.
Yeah, 3rd and 12. Gonna have to go downfield. So here we go, 3rd and 12 from the 37. Empty backfield. Hendricks drops back, looking for somebody. Pocket breaking down. He rolls out, tries to hit a man in the flat, and it's brought in and caught. That's Luke Johnson. It was almost picked, and Johnson wasn't expecting that ball, but it comes down to him in his hands, and that's going to set up a 4th down and manageable short. So you didn't expect that play, but that's a big-time player just making a big-time play.
Talk about concentration. Concentration on that play was absolutely incredible. To not give up on the throw and the potential catch, was able to come down with it.
Gain of 10.
So good. Good.
If that falls, you are in a tough spot at 4th and 12, so predictable. But right here, you could run. You could roll your quarterback out, which we've seen a couple times here.
Yep.
Johnson in the backfield. Hendricks under center. That's a flip to Johnson. A double reverse. That's Pavlock going on the right side. He's got some room to run down the sidelines. The 40, the 35, down to the 30. First down, Wildcats. Oh, what a play. Arnaz Sanders did bring him down. A touchdown saving tackle, but what a job on the trickery from this offense.
Yeah, gotta love it. Exact same play last week that Carpenter scored on. and this time gave it to senior Owen Pavlock on the end around. I love the play call because you're thinking that it's going to be interior or maybe play action. Gotcha.
I love that, man. I love it. And you know what? I think Johnson would have picked it up, but not that much yardage. And you didn't see it coming. And I love the play calling from this coaching staff. Now, here you go, right down to your bread and butter, but just like last time. A couple guys on the tackle, led by Brady Hamby, who we've talked about on both sides of the ball. Just an absolute brick house of a man down there.
We got to briefly talk to one of the Dakota coaching staffs and asked him, who's if you had to put your faith in one guy on the team, and they said Brady Hamby.
Now, they have a ton of players to choose from.
God, no kidding.
Right, yeah, it must be nice. But we have we like our players on our side of the ball too. Obviously, we don't have a ton going to Michigan State like them, but a lot of guys being looked at by some collegiate schools. And here's a big opportunity here, 2nd down and 14. Another double reverse.
Pass.
Hendricks wide open. The pass is up and down, and it's picked off. If they let it go earlier, that's going to be a touchdown. But it's picked off. Dominic Van Vliet, who had a big hit down here. I tell you what, there's a little bit of a hold. If he doesn't stop and look and just lets that ball go, Hendricks is in for 6.
Yeah, I love the play call too. I love the play call, and it was just inches away from being so good.
Yeah, that was so close, and that's football. It's a game of inches. We
Very
talk
much
about
so.
it, and right there, it's just that little bit, that slight hesitation, Travis. You get players that not used to throwing the ball like that. It's a tough spot, but you call on your big-time players, and just right there, unfortunately for Oxford, and a season that's gone their way all season long, all year long, especially during this win streak, that one just goes and falls in the hands of the defense, and really all the momentum over on Dakota's side.
Yeah, Coach has the majority of the Dakota football team all huddled up on the sideline. Not really sure what that conversation was, other than, hey, stop taking too many stupid penalties. Other than that, I
Sounds
don't
like
know.
A coach.
Yeah.
Sounds like, hey, I love you guys, but don't be stupid.
Yeah. Couple of score updates from around the league. 21 Belleville over Howell in the 3rd quarter with 14 points.
So down at the 7, 1st and 10. There's a handoff to their tailback. And that's going to be, it looks like Hamby one more time, who gets a carry. And really, there's like 3 guys that get carries for this team, brought down by Dean Rice. But that's what makes it hard. You just don't know who's going to get the carries because they have so many able backs.
Yeah, very productive offense. There's a threat quite literally around the corner. It doesn't matter who's in the backfield.
They're fresh.
They are. And that's a big thing that you're going to see with Dakota, is that they're switching guys in and out constantly, whereas our guys, a lot of them playing both sides of the ball, but they do a great job. They really do.
Heck of a job. So just like that, just 4:41 left in this 3rd quarter, down 21-0. Dakota takes it back over. There's a shot, and I tell you what, that drops to the turf. But so close to the ball was Carpenter, almost with a pick. That's a good play by the receiver, who was really playing corner in that spot. It's Dylan Beetleshees. And Beetleshees may have stopped an interception.
Yep. A little Amon-Ra St. Brown a few weeks ago. Very similar, knocking that ball to the turf to make sure that we don't have a chance to pick it up, unfortunately. But that does bring up 3rd down. You are tucked inside the 20. A stop here would be phenomenal.
Especially with the way this offense looked on that last drive. Some big-time chunk plays. So the defense looking for one more big play, 3rd and 7 from the 11. Empty backfield. 4th, looking for a man, hits him, short pass, and that's that guy. We talked about him, but there's a flag on the field. Now that's Brady Hamby, but that looks like that was in the area of a hold.
Yeah, I would think it was pretty blatantly obvious that I think it was the center was just trying to drive his player out, and I think he's going to get called for the hold. We'll see.
Well, if so, that would back it up 5 more yards. And you think you would take that penalty as well, because he was pretty darn close. I don't think he picked up the 1st down. They're saying no foul. And it is a 1st down. So that's 2 things. So we saw a hold, but we picked the flag up. A little bit of a head scratcher there, but Unfortunately, we're not one of the officials.
Officials had some sort of conference, determined there was no foul on the play. Does give Dakota first down at their 23, moves the sticks.
That's just a tough blow.
It is.
Well, nevertheless, you got to get your guys out there and make some more plays. You got just over 4.5 minutes left in the quarter here. You got to get something going, whether it's a turnover from the defense. There's a throw again. Receiver on the right side sideline. He's knocked out. It's number 30 on the play. There's Anderson Krupa. It's the first time we've called his name
on the reception
in this game. A good play by him, and receiver goes out of bounds with 4:23 left in the third.
Yeah, that screen play is pretty lethal, something they like to go to. Went to it a handful of times against Eisenhower. Just were not able to complete it, though.
It's an easy 7.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's tough, but Krupa and Carpenter were right there with an answer.
So it is 2nd down and 3. There's a run right up the middle. One more time. There's Hamby. Hamby with another first down. And if you're just tuning in now, it is indeed 21-0. We're updating that right now for you. We do appreciate everybody watching. And that's going to be another first down for Dakota, who takes it at near midfield at the 49-yard line, just beyond midfield. And here's another first down for them. 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Jaden Ford has done a heck of a job with this offense. Getting the call right now. Play clock still at 20. Got a lot of time. Cats looking to bring the pressure. Man gets through, but hits his receiver in the flat. Beats the first guy. Another positive first down. There's Dylan Beetleshees, brought down by Andrew Barrett, but Beetleshees picks up a big chunk of yards on first down once again.
Tabor came up from his safety position absolutely flying, and the only coaching point I would say would just to break down a little bit more so that you don't fly past that receiver who took a simple sidestep inside. Was able to get a chunk of yards extra before Barrett came across from his linebacker position.
And Travis, what you're seeing right now too, look, they're taking their time. Clock's got down to 10 seconds right now, 3 minutes left in the third. They're doing this on purpose. Perfect. This is strategic offense right here. Up by 3 scores. Ford hits his man. Big hit. Oh, Carpenter laid the lumber. And that's what you need from your defense. That'll stop the clock.
Wow.
I mean,
if he makes that catch somehow, that ball's probably coming out.
He's probably sent back to the 3rd grade. That's just, it's that big of a hit.
Wow.
Well, that'll set up a 3rd down. Crowd making some noise and really got to bring that momentum back here.
Yeah.
Oxford filling the stands as they have all season long. Gotta love JR too on the mic too.
Every time the big 3rd down, crowd's getting back into it. I don't know if you guys can hear it as loud as it is. Even with a headset on, it's loud,
it's
Dave.
Fun.
Yeah.
This is what you want to be. So down 21-0. 3rd down and 3. Big spot here for the defense. And that's brought down in Wildcat formation, and that's going to be close. That's Damari Malone, one of their playmakers. It looks like he's going to pick it up.
They ran the same play against Ike in the same situation. Simple shift over from the QB, as it was be a QB Cooper, as you said, more of a Wildcat formation.
Yeah.
And they got just that little bit of yardage that they need for the first down, moving the sticks.
Well, they're so dangerous. They got so many looks on offense. There's so many playmakers. We said you just don't know who's going to be in the backfield. Right now they've got Hamby back there, but they've had a couple different players. They've had Jeremiah Aaron back there. They've had Hamby. They'll run other guys out there. They've had Malone run the ball. So there's just a lot of playmakers. And Ford, at quarterback, has played pretty good game for them as well. He'll hand this off one more time. That's Hamby going up the middle, and that's just a solid 5 to 6 yards every single time. It's just tough to stop.
And and it's tough because defensively, maybe you want to make an adjustment where you bring in an interior linebacker to help with that, but that's exactly when they throw a play action and it's a wide receiver choice route that just replaces that linebacker. Easy dump. So it's tough to try to get away from your game plan, but at the same time, got to come up with something.
We're with you, Curtis. That was a big spot there, but obviously there's still time. There's still time. Anything can happen. You got a whole another fourth quarter here, but you're probably not touching the ball here the rest of the third quarter with the way that they're running that clock down to 5 now on the play clock. There's a handoff one more time. There's a man in motion. A good job by Oxford. A couple guys there. Eli Carpenter leading the way. He's had a good ball game, and Braden Pruitt's called his name as well.
Yep. For the quarterback position, you're seeing the play come outside, and your job is outside contain.
Yeah.
Got to force him back inside, and if he
perfect job of that.
Phenomenal job, absolutely textbook. Being able to come outside to make sure that you're forcing him back inside, and when he tries to go outside of you, your job is to make the tackle because there's nobody else behind you.
No, that's it, Trev. And here, listen, 11 seconds left on this play clock. The third quarter clock winding down. This is a big spot here. 39 seconds left, and they're going to call a timeout. So that's a timeout for Dakota. That's their first of this half, I do believe.
Yeah.
It gives us a chance here to say thank you to one of our sponsors here, our lone sponsor in the season, but the best sponsor out there. How about Barron Industries, celebrating over 100 years in business?
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
Well, guys, listen, fourth quarter here about to start. Oxford down by 3 scores, 21-0. This is a chance for the defense out here on the field as we start this fourth quarter to make a big stop. Down by 3 scores, got to get a turnover. Let's go down to the action on the field. Third down and 6, 39 seconds left here. There's a run to the left side, spin move, and how about that, Damari Malone. I mean, it's going to be close. It looks like he's going to pick it up, and that's going to be probably one of the last plays here in the quarter. It's still winding down, which is kind of odd as the play is stopped.
Wow, they marked him.
They gave him the first, didn't they?
They marked him
no, they
just
let him short.
Wow.
Wow.
I would agree with you. I thought it was first. We'll flip this field, obviously.
Listen, Trav, obviously that's the end of the third quarter here. You're down 21-0. What do you got to see from this team just to get back in the ballgame?
Yep. I like the trickery, but now that you've shown it, they're going to be expecting it, right? So now you got to figure out how to also move the ball down the field. It's going to be a matter of incorporating, one, Jake Champagne, Dean Rice, but also Luke as well. They've not had a lot.
No.
I mean, last week alone, the kid had 120 yards at half.
Right.
120 yards at half is incredible.
Week
couple
before
games
that,
back, yeah.
3 touchdowns, 200 yards. We're used to seeing large sample sizes of Johnson, but obviously we'll see if in this fourth quarter he's going to get some more touches. But listen, you're in a spot. You probably have to pass this ball, and that's not a spot that Hendricks is used to being in.
No, and I don't think that's just the teams used to be in that spot, period, right? You don't really find the Wildcats down 21-0 at the fourth quarter. Yep. Typically that score is flipped, right?
No, that's true.
It's a little unfamiliar territory for them, but I think it's also good going into the playoffs, being able to find that drive and what motivates you to get you points on the board at this late in the game.
We'll head down to the field, fourth quarter action. Big moments here coming up for the Oxford Wildcats. So open up the fourth quarter. That's a run up the gut. And this drive is going to continue to move as they pick up the first down on a 3rd down and short. Really, listen, Travis, we thought Malone had that first down in the 3rd quarter to end it there anyways. And when you're that close, it's just hard to stop the ball club.
It is, especially a club that's moved the ball very well, both through the air and on the ground. You expect it to be on the ground. It's still on the ground. Maybe you get a read in there as, hey, yep, this is definitely coming our way. And unfortunately, there's just not an answer for it.
Getting some love in the hat. You're usually the one wearing the hat. We got the Oxford one here. There's the Wildcat one more time. Up the gut. Big body. That's number 9, Chase Thornton, who we saw make some big plays on defense. And that was, they're calling Hamby, but that was number 9 by what I'm seeing here. And it is Hamby actually out there. So Hamby, Thornton's got some plays, but that's exactly like you said. That's the name that they said. Listen, that's our guy. That is our guy, and he's going to what, Ferris State? Ferris State,
a great football club. A good friend of mine, Dominic Gordon, went there, won a championship there, if I'm not mistaken. Dom, if you're listening, what's up, buddy? Haven't talked to you in a while. You were a phenomenal athlete. Got to play flag football with him for a little bit too, and the guy was just a stud.
There's Malone one more time on the right side. That is holding. And we got Jim Hughes chiming in here. Jack Flaherty pitching to Soto right now. And don't turn the channel. Just keep watching this game and we'll give you updates, okay? It's just the World Series. It's nothing. You're only missing game 1.
Yeah, it's game 1.
It's the
game
last
5.
game of the season, of the regular season here. So just keep it here.
Yeah.
Or just watch on your phone and, 2 things at once. We can do that, right?
Yeah, nowadays, absolutely. That's a perk of technology for sure.
Right.
And to answer that trivia question back in the first quarter would have been, of course, for you diehard Remember the Titans fans, I don't know if I can quote the entire movie, but pretty close. Answer to the trivia question is A, fake 23 blast with a backside George reverse. Phenomenal movie.
Yeah, I mean,
and a great play call too.
I say that to my wife on every occasion, right? Like, hey, no, I don't know that play. But, hey, if you know that, you're a diehard fan. There's a pass on the left side down the sidelines. I tell you, that's lethal, man.
It is.
They've done a great job. You got to give them their flowers, right? They do a good job running the ball, but they've also got some big bodies out there blocking. And this is one of the bigger and most explosive teams that the Wildcats have played all season long.
Sophia, thank you for that update. Thanks for chiming in, as you always do. Much appreciated. Great to see some familiar names and new names on there. 21-0 North Branch over Holly currently.
Roseville 35, West Bloomfield 28. So coming back in the 4th. The 3rd and 5 here from the 18. Ford is going to take off and run. He's going to pick up the first down and more. So just like that, and that's really been the story of this game. You get them at a 3rd down and manageable, and really they've just been able to pick up that first down somehow, some way. Just haven't been able to take care of business on 3rd down.
Yeah, I would have to say that was probably a designed quarterback draw based off of the fact that he was barely even had that ball up into a throwing position, immediately tucked it off of his back foot and ran for the first down pretty easily too.
And that clock is winding down. 9:41, down by 3 scores, and Dakota knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 9 here. We're going to run one more time. That's Aaron Jeremiah, picks up a couple yards, takes it down, looked like around the 7 or 6 yard line.
Yeah.
Wait to see. That's actually going to be around the 6, just as I thought. So 2nd down and goal from the 6. And Dakota letting that clock wind down, play clock at 22, and you're going to see a lot of this. If they've got the ball, they're going to wait till around 4-5 seconds and snap that ball, and why wouldn't you? You take every bit of that clock off you can.
You do, absolutely. When you're in this position that Dakota's in, eating that clock up is paramount.
There they go, snapping the ball at 5.
Wow, that's a great job.
Big time play there. That's number 24, Andrew Barrett, the senior out there, saying, hey, we're going to fight, and we're going to fight to the end of this game.
Yeah. Got a Wildcat down. Not really sure who it is. Hard to see from up here.
Yeah, you hate to see that at that point.
Yeah.
And as we wait for a stoppage of play here with a player on the field, listen, you're playing against two opponents at this point.
Yeah.
You're playing against Dakota and yourself, right? Because right now you've had a couple times where you put the ball on the field.
Right.
First play of this game, a fumble. Now, it's not something that this offense does, and we're certainly not beating up these young men because they've had a heck of a year.
Gosh,
but when you make plays like that and you turn the ball over against a team like Dakota or in the postseason, it's going to be tough sledding.
It is. It absolutely is. You're not doing yourself any favors by any means, right? You're not putting any more eggs in the basket towards the win column by doing simple things, right? It's the details. I tell my OJW players every single practice, it's the little things, it's the details that'll help you win football games. And it is on the big screen, if you will, right here, and clear as day.
Yeah, so with 8:33 left on this clock, you're going to have to move the ball. You're going to have to take some shots, something that maybe you're not comfortable doing, but you're just in a spot where you have to be kind of a predictable offense at this point.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. To see somebody getting open downfield is going to be necessary, whether that's Tabor, whether that's Champaign, whether that's Carpenter, whoever it is, Pavlock, O'Neill. Haven't really called O'Neill's name a whole lot tonight, really. So somebody, though, is going to have to make some sort of big play, get open downfield, and hopefully Jack is able to have enough time to let it loose and just chuck it down there.
Well, we'll head back down to the field there. Looks like the player's off the turf, so that's good news for the Wildcats. And it looks like it's number 60 out there. That's Brendan Cass. That's a senior, and that's one of the big-time players on the edge. You hate to see that.
The way he's getting carried off looks like it's potentially ankle or knee. Hard to say 100%, and by no means I go to school for medical anything.
But if you can't put weight on it, that is not good, right? I mean, listen, you can put all the ice you want on it, but really where he's going to find out is two places, right? A, if he needs x-rays, which we hope he doesn't, and then B, the next day. That's when that adrenaline comes down, and you really find out how bad that is.
Yeah.
So we'll hope for the best for Brendan Cass because they're certainly going to need him in the postseason. So 3rd down and goal from the 8. Ford going for a receiver in the corner, and somehow he brought that down.
Wow.
Travis, that was an absolute dart.
Wow.
I mean, you couldn't have thrown a better pass than that. Oxford played it well, but it looks like that was to number 56. That's Brendan Meehan, the senior. It just was a perfect dart. As you're watching the replay back over here, I mean, so Oxford like that down by 4 scores. And with 8:21 left, listen.
There's time on board.
There's time. But you're going to need a little bit of angels in the end zone type of things to happen, right? So
what is it? Is it JP? Hey, it could happen.
That's the outfield. That's the outfield. I'm talking about the other one.
I know.
Let's get your movies together.
Big fan of angels in the outfield and just the good juju, and I'll always be positive as you are as well, Dave, when it comes to the Wildcats, and hoping that we can some sort of little bit of magic is just needed here to put up 4 scores in a matter of 8 minutes.
Well, you know who is magical? How about Barron Industries?
Yes.
Barron Industries, celebrating over 100 years in business in Oxford. You got to have a little bit of magic to be around for 100 years.
You do. You absolutely do. There's no way that there's not a little bit of luck in there. I'm sure you're doing a lot of things right, and you have to be, right?
I mean, two of the best things to be 100 years, Barron Industries and the lady from the Titanic. She was a great lady. She had the heart necklace. You get the rest, all right? If you don't like movies, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Have zero.
It is okay.
And maybe they haven't seen a movie in, maybe it's been 84 years since they saw a movie.
Oh, look at this, man. Well, if you like movies, we gave you, one of the hardest questions ever in the history of man. But, it wouldn't have come from anybody else other than our friend Travis, who just knows how to break down a play. We love it, man.
I love it.
We love it. So down 28-0, the kickoff coming to Pavlock, and he's going to have some room. Passes the 10, the 15, past the 20, over to the 30, to the 35. moving those legs around the 36, 37-yard line. Heck of a return from Pavlock. Good field position for this offense, Travis.
He had two huge plays against, I think it was Clarkston. Had a 97-yard kick return to put them into the game, realistically. They were down late, 97-yard kick return, turned that momentum around in favor of the Wildcats, which is what we're looking for here. Something along those lines, a big play.
So first down and 10 from the 39. Hendricks, pressure in his face, gets away. Looking for somebody downfield, throws it away, and honestly made the smart decision there. Pressure came in his face. He was able to get away, get out of the pocket, and then throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, and he's had to utilize his feet getting out of the pocket. Great job feeling the pressure backside to make sure that, one, you don't take a sack. Even though that initial pressure came right in through the interior of the line there, right in his face. Great job getting out of the pocket, getting eyes downfield, realizing that there wasn't anything available immediately, and smart to throw it out of bounds.
So living to play one more down. 2nd and 10 from the 39 here. Hendricks, and that's a flag, and that's probably going to be a false start.
Dean Rice wasn't quite set. Motioned out of the backfield up to the line and wasn't quite set before the ball was snapped. Unfortunately, that is going to go against the Wildcats. It's going to be a false start penalty, as you said, Dave.
Trav, love them, but it's been a lot of penalties, and it's been really, it's uncanny for this team. They just don't make mistakes, and they've done that all game long, hence the score, 28-0.
Yeah. You have a team like Dakota that comes in who, mind you, has made the playoffs every single year since 2001, and your head coach has been a part of that. I think it's 75% of those seasons. You're doing something right.
Travis with another great stat. Pocket breaking down one more time. Hendricks looking for a man downfield. Just nobody down there. That's another great job by Dakota. Yeah. Oxford looking for somebody, got 5 wide receivers, and he just had nowhere to go with the ball.
And the pressure was there again too. You know, they're only bringing 4, and you're holding. I think it's you hold your tight end. That gives you 6. You would think numbers say you've got the numbers to be able to protect your quarterback, but the defensive lines these guys are just another level, absolute menaces in the trenches.
Trev, it's a long season. It's been a heck of a season. You still got to hold your head high as you go into the postseason, right?
Yes.
Obviously, listen, there's some time. Most likely not going to get the dub here. We'll hope for it, but this has been a great year. And Hendricks going to his receiver over on the right side. Had him, and there's a flag. And that's going to be a flag. That's thrown on number 5, Dylan Beetleshees. Maybe a little bit of contact before the ball got there. Champagne going up for the ball.
Great recognition by Jack, too, because Beetlejuice comes in at 5'5".
Just say it.
Yeah, we can say just Beetlejuice. Yeah, Beetlejuice comes in at 5'5". Champagne, and they're going to say no flag on the play.
How many times have we seen that tonight?
That's at least the 3rd time, I feel like.
You rarely see that in a game, and I'm not trying to beat up on the officials. Obviously,
not at all.
Would never do that. However, I'm just going to say I disagree.
Yeah.
Well, nevertheless, it'll set up 4th down and 12, and Travis, this is the ball game right here.
Yeah.
Because you turn it over here, and it's not a good spot.
Speaking on the official subject, they're always looking for folks. You think you do a better job? Contact the MHSAA.
Also, speaking of scariness, Jim Hughes says The Exorcist, the scariest film. I tend to agree when her head turns around.
Yeah.
But I was trying to keep it family friendly. And
fair.
Kids don't watch that movie. You won't sleep. Adults probably won't sleep.
Yeah.
Just keep it to Hocus Pocus, right?
Hocus Pocus is the safe play no matter what. It's got to be post September 19th. The wife will know why, but it's got to be post September 19th for there to be fall decorations or Halloween movies on at our house.
You know what's not scary and has to do with business? Barron Industries.
Gosh,
celebrating
no kidding.
over 100 years in business. They do everything that's not scary. They do great business. Go check them out. We love them.
Barron Industries, located right here in Oxford, Michigan, is celebrating over 100 years of metal casting excellence in serving many of the world's leading manufacturing companies that rely on Barron Industries for turnkey solutions for many of the most complex and safety-critical industries. Since 1983, Barron Industries has been a trusted partner to the world's leading aerospace and defense companies. Barron Industries, proud sponsor of Oxford Football.
So Oxford really in a tough spot here. 4th down and 12 on their 37-yard line. 7:46 left in this ball game and down 28-0. Yes, if you're just tuning in, that score is correct. And yes, we have not seen that all season long. However, Dakota has come out and had it today.
Wow, Celine comes back and wins at 8-7 just down the road.
3 receivers to the right side, no room. They hit Johnson in the flat, but that's not going to do it. No yards there. In fact, I think he lost some yardage, and Dakota all over it. The story of this game has been the pressure from Dakota.
Yeah.
It's been the pressure and the lack of third down stops.
Yeah, Jack being sacked, I think it was a total of 4 times altogether. That doesn't win you ball games, unfortunately.
No, and like we said, we're not beating up on them. It's a long season. You can't be perfect. There is not a perfect team out there. Even when they were up 42-0, I imagine coaches would have said, hey, we got to do this, we got to do that.
Absolutely.
But it's a long year.
There's still film to be able to watch. There's still opportunity to get better. We talk about it even at the younger level. Every day is a chance to get 1% better at something on the football field.
Still time here to do something positive. Down 28-0 on the 36. Dakota and Ford and company have made some big plays this afternoon. That looked like that was to number 29, Braden Henson, and I believe that's his first carry in this game. That makes the 4th different tailback they've used.
Yeah. You see a couple different numbers out there that we didn't really in the first half of this game. Number 27, number 12, all folks that I don't have any stats on whatsoever other than maybe their name and their current grade level.
We'll give them as much love as we can, but hey, it's a long roster, that is an understatement.
It is, and we're missing a page too, I believe. There's technically 3 pages to the
size
roster.
of Lawrence Tech's football team.
It's wild.
I mean, as a high school.
And it was all levels too. Watching the freshman game, there was just as many kids at the freshman level on Dakota's team.
There's another run there on 2nd down and really picking up some more positive yards. Big hit, though, on Tabor, who knocks him down to the turf. But, Trev, 6:35 left. You're down by 4 touchdowns.
Yep. As a coach, I'm looking to my sideline. I'm looking to see, all right, what seniors haven't gotten a lot of playing time. Let's start to cycle these guys in one at a time, letting them get some playing times on the field that they most likely will never see, at least in an OHS uniform. Maybe in some sort of other capacity.
Yeah.
But in an OHS uniform with the gold helmet on, and it potentially is their last time ever.
Well, I'll tell you what. It speaks to the integrity of Oxford. We've got a lot of fans down here still supporting this football team.
Yep, and getting loud, too.
Getting loud. 3rd and 4. Look at that.
Wow.
Stood up on the line. That's Hunter Gainey.
Yes.
That's Hunter Gainey. Big jog there by the junior. Big tackle, and that'll set up 4th down. So maybe Oxford going to get a chance to get some points on the board.
Would be great to see. Would be great
Why not
to see.
end on a positive?
It would be. And it would be great to see. One, Gainey's the first time we've called his number tonight. Well, very impactful typically throughout the defensive side of the ball. And Dakota's had an answer for him. So some way, somehow, in film session, they've said, hey, we take care of 40 and 44 and number 60, we're going to be just fine. And that's what they've done tonight.
Here's a glass half full kind of look to things. You're going to have a lot of footage to review and say, hey, let's not do it this way.
Yep.
Let's not put the ball on the ground.
Yep.
Let's not miss this assignment. A lot of time to fix some things for this Cats ball club, but probably not looking at a home game at this point.
But a field goal try, 50 yards.
50-yard field goal. Snap is down,
well
and
short.
That is well short. I mean, that might have not been good of 40.
Yeah. Bounces onto the R of the Oxford in the end zone, so 10-plus yards short easily because you got to account for the crossbar height.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing. If you're Dakota, what'd you have to lose? You're up 28-0, really. Your defense has played excellent football. And if you're Oxford, you say, hey, we get one more chance maybe at putting some points on the board. Maybe a couple chances here with 5:40 left in the fourth quarter here. And then we have a chance here to give some love to Barron Industries, celebrating over 100 years in business. We appreciate them all season long being with us. It's been a long season, but it's been a lot of fun.
It has been.
It's hard to imagine that it's ending and the playoffs are upon us, Trev.
And Dave, having you up here for the first time this season has been an absolute pleasure. Been awesome, man. Really, really, you do a phenomenal job play calling, play-by-play, and almost.
It just falls, and I sit here and watch it. Yeah, well, hey, the ball falls and it goes to second down. I appreciate it. Listen, it's a group effort here, and we got a bare bones crew up here, but I tell you what, it's an A-team up here. We're doing a great job together, working together. You can't do this broadcast, without everybody that's involved.
Absolutely. Big thanks to the crew tonight. They've done a great job flipping through different camera shots and helping us out and getting us in position to make some great calls for you.
That's it.
Clarkston up big on Eisenhower, 32-3.
It's a big win for them. Pocket one more time. I mean, he's been sacked like 6-7 times, and it just slowly collapsed to where he couldn't even get out of there.
Yeah, he made the decision just a touch too late. Had Pavlock open in the flat, it would have been a testy throw, but it could have been there had he gotten to be able to roll out.
Down 28-0. Do you think about bringing some of your starters out, though?
It's tough, right? Yeah, it's tough because you're wanting to put points on the board, right? You don't want to have that goose egg up there.
Can't get anybody hurt, though.
But bingo, yes, right? And as of right now, they've got every single normal starter out there as Carpenter motions across from the formation.
But Hendricks out there running dangerously over the middle, doesn't pick up the first down, picks up some positive yardage. It's just plays like that, right?
Yep.
I mean, listen, I'm sure you watched the Thursday night football game the other day.
Absolutely.
Was it Monday or Thursday? I believe it was Thursday of the Bucks. And
Monday night.
Yeah,
Bucks,
the receiver.
Oof.
On a play that meant nothing.
20-something seconds
Chris
left.
Godwin.
Yes.
Absolutely had his leg blown up. Not saying anything like that's going to happen, but what I'm saying is anything can happen if there's time on the clock.
Not wrong.
So you like resting some of those young guys.
You're not wrong, Dave. You're not wrong.
Just the thought here. But they are going to punt. So 4th down and 11, this offense just hasn't been able to get anything going.
Much better punt.
Katie with a much better punt, but doesn't take the bounce that it normally does. Bounces back. I think it's on the Oxford side of things here. However, they're going to bring the ball back out. Here is Dakota, and with the way that they've been able to take time off the clock, you have to wonder if that was the last chance that Oxford's going to touch this ball on offense.
Yeah. Unless you get a quick 3-and-out here, you can burn a timeout or two. I'm sorry, you only have one to burn, rather. Burn your one timeout, get the ball back, go put it in the end zone, get that goose egg off the board. It'd be great to see.
Well, we'll find out Sunday who the Wildcats are going to play.
Yep.
They're going to be in the postseason, OAA Red champions. And there's the Cats playing some good defense there, but there is a flag on the play, and it looks like it's in the area of hold, so good for the Cats. Looks like it's going the other way.
And
stops the clock, too.
There is, to piggyback off your playoff comment, there is a pep rally downtown, right in Centennial Park, 7 o'clock, Tuesday, for football, soccer team, and cross country. Come out and support these young athletes, folks. These guys have done a great job, especially the soccer team, who have made it all the way to the semifinals, first time ever.
Yeah, and you know what? This is a special town. I'm not just saying it. They're not just words. It's a special town, and they do support their teams. And
yes,
doesn't matter the numbers of people here. It's the pride that they have for their sporting teams, their young athletes, and it means a lot here as Oxford gets another stop
Yeah.
fighting through the whistle and to the end of this game.
Couple seniors checked in. You have Childress on the field now. Of course, Reed Swiss gets back out there. Couple guys that are coming off. Did you see Hunter Gainey as well as Pruitt off the field? Number 51 checking into the game, Nathan Greer.
Nice to get some of those other guys in this game here with the clock ticking down.
Yeah, some good playing time against a good team.
Wiskowski will check out. Second down and 18 from the 40. 2:55 left on this in this clock in this game. Down 28-0 are the Cats. Still fighting on defense, trying to get that ball back for one more chance to get the ball in the end zone. That'll make it third down and long, and you're going to get at least one stop at the 2-minute warning.
Preston Wilder in on there, as well as senior Ethan Roberts getting in on the tackle. Always exciting to see. Yeah, thanks, Dragon Fan Tim. Appreciate the reminder. Of course, Selection Sunday, I should say. The playoff announcement will be at 4:30, not at its usual 6 o'clock because of the Red Wings game. So make sure you tune in to your local TV stations to be able to see where the Wildcats end up for their first week of playoffs.
3rd and 17, just running the ball one more time. That's big number. Looks like 18 out there on the sidelines, and it is number 18. Seth Tabor made the tackle. Number 18 for Dakota is Andrew Chadwick. He's knocked down, and looks like he went out of bounds, too, at 152.
Beneficial for the Wildcats. Brings up 4th and 6.
So you're going to get one more chance on offense. At least one more chance.
Cam Moore also in there currently. Looks like it's Pavlak to receive. Block punt here would be great.
Looks like they're coming too. Why wouldn't you? And they are coming. There's right on there, but he made contact with the punter. And in a game where none of the bounces have went the way of Oxford, another one will go against them. Man.
It's a tipped ball. It shouldn't be a penalty.
And they're calling it. Now, are they going to pick up the 5th flag of the game? It looks close. They're talking about it.
How does that ball not go right?
No idea.
If it's not tipped.
No idea.
Probably one of the most.
That's a missed call, and we'll be kind because we're in the broadcast
absolutely
booth,
is one of the toughest things to do is to see a blatant missed call and not get upset for your team, right? You obviously want all calls to go to your way, whether you're a Lions fan, whether you're a Seahawks fan, a Wildcat fan, doesn't matter.
But if you're a Cowboys fan,
touche.
Yeah. You get no love. So down 28-0, and Oxford not getting the ball back. Some confusion on the field as another player checks in. I don't think they had enough players out there.
Yeah.
51 checked in for the ball game. That's Nathan Greer, who got in last
series. Last play series.
So, and they're going to just down this ball. You can't stop the clock, and they're just going to down it.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be a tough ending to this game.
Very.
It's a real tough one.
You can knee it 2 more times, and that'll take all the time off the clock that you need. Even with our 1 timeout, I doubt that Coach Line's going to blow a whistle for the timeout. Probably let this game come to a close. Barring anything crazy, the final score will be 28 Dakota to Oxford 0.
Just weren't able to get that offense going. Struggled all ball game, really.
Yeah.
Defensively, they were able to make some stops, but where it became a problem is on 3rd down. They just could not stop Dakota on 3rd down, and if you can't stop a team on 3rd down, it's going to be a long, long game, and it was.
It is. 3rd down is a huge, crucial down, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Whether it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 40, doesn't matter. You got to be able to get off the ball so your offense can get back on the field.
One more down there, 34 seconds.
That'll be the end of our ball
And
game.
that's going to be the end. So
Once again, don't forget to watch the selection
as the clock
show on
winds
Sunday.
down, the final
Please
here
rise and
at Wildcat Stadium is going to be 28-0. It's a tough ending of this game. Obviously, Oxford ends the season with a loss. This is a win. If they could have gotten it, would have really helped with those points.
Yes.
And possibly would have brought a home playoff game. Probably not going to happen now, Trev.
Yeah, and then maybe there's a slight chance, and it would have been a much better chance, of course, if we had gotten the W as they do the handshake. And I hope that we stay on for just a little bit longer than normal to show the seniors. Actually, I don't know if they'll do there's a tradition where all the seniors will line up on one side of the field and walk all the way across.
We'll keep our eye on it down there on the field, Trev.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on it. But on that play today, listen, just not a lot to say about the offense. Dakota had an answer for every play. A couple trick plays, really could have had a touchdown on that double reverse and a pass to Hendricks. But just unable to make the throw. A little bit of a hesitation in football. Listen, it's a game of inches and a game of seconds. If you hesitate at all, for the young kids out there, if you see a man open, go for him. Because the worst thing that can happen, you miss him, but you don't throw an interception like that.
Yep, and it's tough to see. It's tough to see the team that's gelled so well over the season be able to put points on the board countless times, and not just a little bit of points. I mean, putting up 42, 49 points is amazing at the high school level.
Yep, we'll keep an eye down on the field here. We'll try to get some of those seniors on the camera, but listen, we'll close it out here for Oxford Community Television. It's been a heck of a season. We hope we see you in the postseason. We hope we're around in some capacity. We'll be able to make that announcement next week. With the final here at Wildcat Stadium, 28-0. Dakota gets the victory over Oxford. The playoffs right around the corner. Thank you so much for tuning in all season long. We'll see you in the playoffs, everybody.